What's up, everybody? Commodore Bob here, and today I'm going to go open up, unbox, and build and review this Ramsey AM1C AM transmitter kit. So I guess we'll get started by taking the contents out of this box. Of course, I was covering up so you wouldn't see my information. I could do this with one hand here. Alright. Of course, lots of bubble wrap, packaged very nicely, like that. Throw that over to the side. It's a Ramsey thing with some information on it. Here we are. Here is the kit. It comes in a nice little package. Right here, Ramsey AM radio transmitter kit. Of course, here's the PCB. I can see the case under here with what I assume are the components. This is a entry-level kit. It only cost me $42 total. There's a $99 one that is a bit more expensive and probably transmits farther and stuff like that, but I really don't need all that, so let's open this up and dig into it. I'll pause the camera here. Right back. Alright, I am back. Just had to get a bunch of that bubble wrap and stuff away. Looks like it's going to be a pretty small kit. To open it, all you have to go do is, I believe, you can pull this back out after you get this one staple undone, which I will try to do. Alright. Gonna do the other staple. There. And the back should just out, and it just got catapulted. Okay, now that that's out, you can take that plastic thing out of the way and look at the contents. Of course, here's the main board, single-sided board, as expected. Has lots of grounding on it. Yeah, overall everything looks good. The build quality looks pretty good to me. So, see all that silk screen right there. Power on off, and have, of course, the I believe this is the variable resistor. If it'll focus. Okay, there we go. Level adjust. That's what that resistor does. Audio in, RF out, and power. So very, very simple here. You know, wasn't expecting anything more for 42 bucks. Of course, we have our manual. Oh, there's some good sunlight. And our case. We have one part right here. Plastic case. The plastic doesn't feel horribly cheap. The plastic feels pretty good quality. Isn't that really hard, cheap feeling plastic? A bit too much light. Go over here, have some ceramic capacitors and some transistors. Those all look to be in pretty good shape to me. Doesn't look like that they're messed up or anything. We have our smaller capacitors, switches. I think that's an inductor in our coil there. RCA jack. And this is, I assume, the tuning or the adjustment tool. It's the bigger cap too right here. And what's in this bag? We have screws and whatever this plastic thing is. I'll have to see what that is. Instructions. We have screws. I think that's things for putting the case together. We'll pause there in the video. Had to empty my SD card, but anyway, this last bag just has the front and back plates. So, as you can see, the front plate right here, if it'll focus, come on, there. Ramsey AM broadcast transmitter. A power button hole there. Of course, here's for the power connector, antenna output, audio input, and audio level. So that's it. That's all that's in the bag here. Now I guess let's get to building, and I'll look at the manual and see how comprehensive it is. This thing is not wanting to focus for me today. There. All the components right here. Give you one more look. And then at the PCB. Well, I have read the manual, and it's a very comprehensive and very nice. I'm quite impressed. Shows how the whole thing works and what each part does, going from the audio input signal all the way to the output. And I've soldered my first component on here, the power switch, and that's a pretty good solder joint. Ooh, focus, come on. Come on. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Oh, I guess it just doesn't want to go focus for me today. Well, anyway, it was very easy to solder to, of course, looks like a very good design. I can move it over here. And, oh, there we go. There. That's much better. Yes, everything looks good, and I will continue with the building process. I'll get back to you when I've installed a few more components. Wow, that's a really good focus. Alright, there. Everybody, I have completed with most of the oscillator section here on this board. I am continuing to make progress, and soon I should be moving on to the audio input stage, I believe. Everything is still going well. I'm quite pleased with this kit so far, of course. So I have to check its performance, but gotta finish building it. Be back in a little bit. Alright, I have completed the audio input stage. Well, I mean, yeah, the audio input stage. And I have started on the next stage by putting in this 48 micro Henry resistor, and now I'm finishing up installing the last few parts. Just have this little bit to go, and that'll be it. Everything's going quite nicely. No problems as far as the parts that they sent me or anything. Just going as smoothly as ever. I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, after all that, it is complete. Wasn't too hard. Just took me maybe about a couple hours, but I did take a few breaks. But yeah, it's time to not drop it and test it out and see how it works. Okay, well, got this thing pretty much put back together. Of course, got the front power button installed. Everything is looking quite good. Focus. Yep, things looking quite well. Got the rubber feet. That's what those four black things in the packaging were earlier. Little rubber feet. But as far as assembly, it's fairly easy. It's good for a beginner. And it's also good for some experienced kit builders too that just want a fun project to work on, or either they need a cheap AM transmitter. But next, I'm going to give you a test with the top still off. I'll go get a piece of wire, get a appropriate power adapter, and power it up, and let's see how this thing performs. I'm going to go try it with my stereo system down there, and I have a AM radio over there, that white Motorola box, tabletop tube radio. I'm back with this AM transmitter here. I have the radio put on a quiet spot on the AM band, and I have my alignment tool. So what I'm going to do is go start a song playing on my iPod Touch here, and turn this on. I already got a suitable power supply down there, 12 volt 1.2 amp. Well, this thing takes a 9 to 12 volt power supply. You can actually go buy a power supply on Ramsey's website. So just gonna actually tune a little bit because I heard some slight voices. Alright, gonna power it up and tune. Gonna get in here and
consumers and back taxes. This may result in back taxes being reduced by thousands of dollars. An open phone line has been established by the Tax Relief Helpline for consumers to call.
See if anything happens here.
To ensure your financial stability during this declining economy, take down this number now. 800-745-5904. That's 800-745-5904. If you will have access to the IRS, there's no need to fear anymore. The IRS is now accepting reduced.
Wait a minute. I'll be right back and get this thing aligned. Right, as you can hear, I have it successfully aligned. This is coming directly from the transmitter here at a nice quiet point in the AM band. And just with this short antenna here, it's doing quite nicely. Of course, I can adjust the gain a bit with this potentiometer, and I'll go mess around with that a bit. But judging by the sound quality, I do believe that this is a very good deal for an AM transmitter. And I'm sure that if you get the a $99 one from Ramsey, I'm sure that it'll be phenomenal. Of course, I'm going to do some more tweaking with the with all the settings and stuff here on this, and get the right values. Of course, there's a capacitor that you can place right here beside this one that it increases the gain. So if I feel like I need to go have more gain on this, I can certainly do so. So thank you for watching. This is a demonstration on the building and a review and setup of the Ramsey AM1C AM transmitter kit. Thank you for watching.